Dancehall artist Squash faces the federal judge in Miami for the first time, enters his plea, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Greetings, greetings, and salutations, to all nations. Ladies and gentlemen, you know it's your favorite Jamaican on the internet. It's Rastafari Soldier, of Deeproots TV. Thank you for tuning into the Rastaman channel. I must say, the dancehall artist Squash, real name Andre Maurice Whittaker, is going to find out what it means to be gripped by the swift hand of the law, because the artist has entered his plea facing the judge for the first time. Dancehall artist Squash back in court. This was April 2nd to answer on his possession of firearms. The Montego Bay DJ plea not guilty to the firearm charge when he appeared in the court and opted for a trial by jury. His court hearing in Florida is set for April 7th, when the judge will decide on a trial date for his future. Now, you hear, he was in court on the 2nd, and he will be back in court on the 7th. And the judge is going to decide what day he will be tried. And it's not going to take long, ladies and gentlemen, because the swift hand of the law will be down on Squash, whose real name is Andre Whittaker. Another man by the name of Zidanne George Prescott was also arrested in February of this year on charges of possession of a short-barrel shotgun, a rifle, possession of a machine gun, and possession of a concealed firearm. Mirated. Why would he need so much ammunition? It sounds like Squash was going to war. Police said on February 24th around 10:58 p.m. they pulled over a Mercedes-Benz sedan being driven by Prescott, 24-year-old, for a traffic offense in the 100 block of 41st Street in Miami Beach. According to the police reports, cops observed Squash in the passenger seat, removing an item from his waistband and putting it in the car glove box. I don't know what kind of eyes these police have, but for you to see a man taking something out his waistband, maybe it's his hand motion, and putting it in the glove compartment, you must be eagle-eyed. Law enforcement officials asked the driver, who denied that there were a weapon in the car, to search the vehicle, and he complied. Fool. Real fool. Regardless if you're riding dirty or not. Listen to me, people. Refuse to allow the officers from going in your vehicle. Let them know you have an appointment and you're in a rush. So when them see your vehicle, tell them don't touch, other than they have probable cause. Now, the vehicle was searched, and then cops uncovered the firearm in the glove compartment and in the trunk. Both men were taken into custody and slapped with charges. Now, interestingly, Squash was briefly placed in custody in ICE, which is the Immigration and Custom Enforcement in Miami, before being transferred in March to a federal facility in Florida. The dancehall DJ nor his legal representative have chose to make a public statement on this matter, because I'm thinking that further statements would incriminate the DJ further. In the meantime, the presiding judge remanded Squash and the co-accused into custody as they await their next court hearing, and that will be April 7th. Let me tell you something, people. Squash find himself in the wrong section of the law in Florida, because let me tell you something. Feds don't miss. Them rather throw you off the corridor. When Squash find himself with a federal firearms because they said he has a short barrel weapon, or the driver, or they found it in the vehicle. Now I'm sure the Florida federal agent has fingerprinted and ballisted these weapons. So if these weapons have any crime associated with them, there will be additional charges. Wanna hear what me I say? Squash went to court on the 2nd, and he will be back in court again on the 7th. On the 7th, the judge will decide what day they will try him. Now, Squash had requested a jury of peers. That means he don't want to be sentenced or tried or have the trial determined by judge. So he requests trial by peer. Now, families and friends, there is no coincidence that, J-Man is allegedly has agreed to testify in the Shabdan case, and here you have Sean Kingston and his mother, Janice Turner, being found guilty last week of, federal wire fraud of over $1 million, and Squash Wood at Sean Kingston location, where allegedly the federal agent said that they saw Sean Kingston handing Squash a dark object that looks like a firearm. So me not know if I set Sean Kingston real name, Kashane, set him. But I know say Sean Kingston is a top celebrity worldwide. He have had #1 song Beautiful Girl in over 20 countries. And he is going down. Like Mary J. Blige would say, the feds have him in his grip, and Squash is obviously associated with Sean Kingston, and for some coincidence, Squash was seen by the federal agents that were around Kingston, because the article says that a person that was being surveilled by the federal agent handed Squash a dark item, and it was further revealed that it was Sean Kingston. He was then pulled over by the Miami-Dade sheriff for a traffic violation, which I'm sure I just excuse the feds them use for pulling because they saw him with the firearm. Now, I'm not saying that Sean Kingston set him up, but it looked real funny. You are going to, and the Rasta man and a non-dummy. Leave on the comments on this one, ladies and gentlemen. And check your subscribe button to see if you subscribe and follow. Leave your comment on this one. Share the content, because on the 7th, I'm going to follow up on this to let you know what date Squash will be tried. Because it no look good for him. Ask Buju Banton. Ask Sean Kingston. The feds don't miss pandemic case. They have a high percentage of conviction. So Squash has been remanded. Him and his friend has been remanded back into the feds' custody, as they will be brought back to court on the 7th. And it's going to be quick. The swift hand of law. When it comes to the federal trials and conviction, it not take no whole heap of time, especially in this time. And Donald Trump judiciary system, them might get rid of them quick. So I'm saying good luck to Squash, and I hope you have a good lawyer, because the feds now ramp, especially in Miami, Florida. Leave your comment on this one. I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deeproots Steve. People, I was a little bit apprehensive to vlog for the last 3 months because, YouTube had demonetized my account, but now I'm up on the level. So share up the things for me and burn the devil. More life and more joy and more happiness. Squash will be back in court on the 7th of April to find out when he will be tried for the possession of these illegal possession, I should say, of these firearms. Let's see what happened. Good luck to Squash. More life and more joy and more happiness. Fire,